Hi, I'm Tim Corley with Lissmac Corporation. We traveled down to Harahan, Louisiana to hear from Laitram about how the SBM S2 1500 is doing in their production facility.
My name is Brett Tucker. I'm a fabrication supervisor here at Laitram Machinery. We've been in the fabrication business for almost 70 years. We do anything from building seafood processing equipment, just sheet metal parts, OEM and job shop. We also laser cut all of our sheet metal with a fiber laser. The majority of it tends to be 11 gauge or thicker, so we usually have a good bit of dross to deal with after the laser cutting process. Everything that we have gets deburred. We used to have to grind in multiple stages each and every single part. So we would hit the slag off with a heavy sanding pad with a handheld right angle grinder. And then we would come back with a mid-range pad and then finish it off with a smooth pad on every single part, whether it was small, large, it didn't matter. So this was a pretty lengthy process, and it took 4 or 5 guys working in that area all the time to be able to keep up with this. And even so, at the time when we used to do everything by hand, we didn't have as much work as we do now. Our company's grown tremendously in the last few years, and now we're at the point where if we had to grind by hand, we'd really be in a bind. So now with the Lissmac, we can pass parts through 1, 10, 20, doesn't matter, all at the same time in one pass. It rounds the inside geometry and the outside. There's not really any more you can ask for. It does the same job every single time. I don't have to keep going back to my guys and, hey, you missed this one little sharp spot here, we got to do this. We have pieces of equipment that sometimes they don't get to the assembly process, and then one of the assembly guys will find a little small a burr or something that will affect the product's performance, or is just something that is not suitable to send to a customer or even when you're assembling it.
So would you say that the Lissmac machine has provided you consistent, safe, quality edges for your parts?
Absolutely, no doubt. 100% of the time, all the time. Every part we put through it comes out the same way every time, exactly how we want it. And we even kind of go overboard with it. We run the machine a little bit slower than most people do, but it doesn't really matter. We could run the machine at full speed, wide open, and the parts would still be good enough quality for what we're trying to do.
How many hours do you get out of your sand block belts?
We were changing the belts about once every 8 months or so. We got a lot of life out of them, and you can run them down a good bit before you can't use them anymore. So one of our concerns as well in the beginning was consumables. There's a lot of blocks on this belt, but when you weigh out everything, if you're going to pay 5 guys to sit there and hand deburr over and over again, go through hundreds of small pads in a day, it stands out. You don't have to try to make a case for the machine. You just let the machine do its thing, and the data will prove it. The business growth for this company has come from this product. Our internal production is also increasing. It's better for production. It helps with team morale. It really makes a difference in the shop. It helps us maintain our culture of high efficiency, precision sheet metal shop. There isn't another machine we can do it with.